Hey guys, it's Brian here, quantlabs.net. Thanks for coming out tonight, all three of you. I didn't include me. Hopefully some more people will join us. Okay, you may have seen this video before. I'm going to cut out a lot of the BS stuff. There's no marketing involved. Just trying to promote the community. It's all this whole thing's about and automated trading. Okay, so this is an attention grabber. What do you mean you trade like a lowly human? Seriously, we need to talk. All right, so what I mean by that is traders, trading like a human can really hold you back. 80% of all trading volume is driven by automated trading algorithms and electronic trading, including HFT, also known as high frequency trading. Apparently there's only 3 brokers out there that will not sell their order flow to HFT. Interactive Brokers is one of them. Another question you need to ask yourself is, why would you give yourself all the money that you earn and just basically hand off that money to an educator or a mentor? Because all they usually do is go on a fancy vacation or buy Ferraris. Kind of lifestyle you most likely will never have through these people. Now, there's a couple of traits here that I want people, including you guys, to understand. Is that quant and HFT are the DNA of probably the top highest paid hedge fund managers out there. So if you look at number 5, this guy Israel Englander, he made $900 million. He runs Millennium. Basically, it's a quant fund. Number 4, we have Bill Ackman, who's just basically a corporate raider. And then number 3, we have Raymond Dalio, who made $1.1 billion. Now, I need to stress that's money that goes into his pocket. That's him personally, not his company. That's into that's his salary for the year of 2014. So Raymond Dalio is also known as a quant guru. And then, of course, we know about James Simmons of Rentec, and he made $1.2 billion. Then we also have number 1 at Kenneth Griffin, who made $1.3 billion, and he supports, and they're well known to be an HFT shop, and that's at Citadel, because that's the firm that he started. All right. So continuing along, Zero Hedge basically looks at HFT and specifically one fund, Virtu. They look upon and say that these guys are the holy grail of trading. And the big thing is that Vincent Viola, the founder, basically became the first billionaire from high frequency trading. So these are the upper bounds and potential you have with both quant and HFT. Now, why do I say trading holds you back if you're trading like a human? Basically, as the joke says, if you want to make $1 million in trading, you start with $2 million. 80%, and I'm learning right now with Tim Sykes, it's 90% of all human traders are going to lose money, so they fail. Not only that, you have automated market makers that are ready to pick off your trades right now through your broker. A lot of people get caught up in the dumb money movement. A lot of people get caught up in just basically following the same trading charts and whatnot and technicals that everyone else will do. They basically become sheeple. And what happens to sheep? They get slaughtered when the markets turn. And of course, the only person you can really blame is yourself, so you have to take responsibility for that. So what does automation give you? Well, I like to call it scale to infinity. You have a lot of profit potential, basically at the exponential level. Actually, today I was looking at what would an HFT developer pay. You're in the range of about $400,000, which isn't too bad, obviously. But being on your own, and if you have a good seed as amount of capital to start with, you can do quite well if you do well. So you can make a lot more money than in a job. Now, the other thing is basically these kind of potentials and exponential growth you'll never get through a mentor or an educator. These are the kind of questions you need to ask yourself outside of what you traditionally learn. Obviously, risk management is important, so you got to ask, how does that work out when your wrong emotion or intuition doesn't work for you? When you're in a fast-moving market, how do you know the exact position to wait on any trading decisions? And what happens if that wrong trading decision works against your portfolio? And obviously, there's a lot of brokers out there that are very archaic. They got pathetic reporting, primitive guesses come out of that. So in summary, what you got to do is remove the human emotion. Otherwise, you're just basically statistically being wrong about 50% of the time. So, a lot of people rely on their pretty little technical analysis charts, but they generally won't save you. When you look at things like option chains or future set of contracts in real time, it's humanly not possible to work or trade using those methodologies when you have trading machines going against you. For a lot of people, I stress this a lot, that you cannot use past data as a future indicator unless you have the technical infrastructure to implement it. Another big one, machine learning will work, but it hasn't been proven yet, but it can only really be implemented by PhDs. I'm not sure if there's a lot of proof that you can consistently win outside of, even if you were just to put money on an S&P 500 ETF. Another thing that automated trading will give you deep market depth analysis, especially for multiple trading opportunities. Hopefully you've seen the IQ Feed API demo that we did with Jay from IQ Feed or Telvin. So you got to ask yourself this. One big thing is you don't want to depend on others for crutches, or depend on crutches of others. Chase after shiny toys that pretty well go nowhere. And the other big one that even I'm a big time guilty of is analysis paralysis. So what is expected of you to really unleash your max profit? So when I talk to a lot of highly motivated, highly successful, probably 7, 8, maybe even 9-digit players, a lot of it comes from innovation. A lot of it comes from being self-sufficient. And of course, because of that, they get to control their own destiny. Okay? So basically what you got to do is you got to learn to control where you're not depending on other educators or limited cloud-based inferior trading platforms. Rapidly implement unique and innovative trading ideas that you create. I underline that, you create. You don't want to rely on shoddy prop shops or other services who are going to steal your trading intellectual property. So in a nutshell, your future is in your hands for your long-term security. Maybe you even got family members that depend on you. Okay, so what do we do? Well, welcome to our new world, our new philosophy. As I said, this is about our community that you guys are part of. Thanks for that. You can join through, I can put up the links if you like, YouTube. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and of course, hopefully you probably came through the meetup. As I said, it's free. Only costs you time, and of course I'm going to be doing more and more weekly online meetups. So the whole idea of this is to innovate, inspire, encourage, share, and obviously optimize your profit potential. That's pretty well it. So that's the whole presentation, just to showcase that automation is the better deal than being part of human trading, I guess, or discretionary trading. You guys got any questions or anything you'd like to discuss? Tony was asking already about some things on my Super Trader from Karen Super Trader. I don't know, why don't we talk about that? Tony, if I answer your questions so far on that? Or Gregory? because I'm really focusing on that. I'm really trying to stray away from the technology debate and flame war and all that. I really just want to get strategies up and running now and actual trade environments going. So that's obviously my top priority. Any of you guys got any questions or anything? If not, that was the fastest webinar I've ever done. Only at 10 minutes of it so far that I have recorded. You guys got any questions or anything? Don't be shy. I don't bite. No? Okay. I don't want to have to do this, but I want to make sure that we get this covered. I'll be doing another presentation. I'm hoping to demo what will become the current super trader strategy. I want to cover that as my next topic. And once I get that up and running, that's going to be the furthest I've come so far. And I want to use that as a real world automated trading strategy that you can implement. So I'm hoping to do that as the next topic. No, Gregory, I don't know if you've seen my YouTube. I have lots of demos already online. Live, I was just talking to Tony about this. I'm having some I'm struggling with the basically the TWS itself. It's not very friendly. I could never. Oh, sorry, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like I said, if you want to see anything, just type in Karen under the search here, and there's tons and tons of demos. I've got probably 3, maybe 4 right now. They are my most popular topics. So you just come into my channel, and you'll be able to get a look at that. It's about a couple hours of that, but I think the big surprise for a lot of people is I'm revisiting .NET for the interactive brokers, TWS, because I really not a big fan of the methodology used in Java. I don't think using the .NET is much better. I've been spinning my wheels for about a couple of weeks now, but I've got a product here that I've used before called TWS Link 2. I'll put this in there. It's about, I just priced it, it's about $85 US. What it is just basically sits on top of the TWS as a direct connection into TWS, and basically there's different languages that it will support. So you have here Python, even Strawberry, that's a surprise, C#, C++, what else they got? Looks like they've really narrowed it down. They used to support Java. Oh, they have Java. They used to support even MATLAB, R. Looks like they got rid. Oh, there's MATLAB there. They used to support R as well. I think they got rid of it. But they support those languages so you can connect with it into the TWS. So I plan to use this. I've used this product before. I've got even actual demos of this in my courses, so I'm not going to push that on you. Just give me a yes or no if you want to see that in my course. I'm going to show you the actual videos of this product, because I know it has worked in the past. So hopefully it's been improved. I would hope so. So I'm planning to use this. Basically what I do is I use their C++, and then I can basically connect into it through p-invoking to C#. So I've done that before. It's a lot easier. The big advantage with this is when there's a big update in TWS, the API, this library, this wrapper will shield you from those changes. And the other nice thing about it is you're getting paid support, because with basically when you're on your own with TWS, even interactive brokers say they don't really support you. They say that they assume that you're an adequate programmer, but I've just had some real wonky coding scenarios that I've spent like 7-8 hours on it, and I'm going to be honest, it's kind of frustrating. And I think once you start really using that, I'm not sure if that could be stable or not. I don't know. But at least with TWS Link 2, you have support if there is a problem. And I don't think there should be any problems using this. So, yeah, that's the way it's looking, and it kind of sucks having to resort back to this because I really want to get off Windows. Anybody, you guys got any questions based around that kind of topic? And at all? Maybe? Down to 15 minutes. But that's the big bomb I'm dropping probably tonight. You guys are the first lot to hear it. Anybody? Okay. Nope. Greg? Okay. Tony, you got any questions at all about this? I'll take that as a no. All right. So anything else you guys would like to talk about? Any questions at all? I've been trying to drive more of these meetups every week, but it'll get more serious as I start to roll out the code, put up all my membership for everybody. But I'm just probably PO'd as the next person having to flip-flop between .NET and Java and whatever else I'm flip-flopping just because of, honestly, out of necessity and out of sanity to get something working very fast and quick. Each platform has its advantages and disadvantages. I like Java a lot, but I'm going to be honest, everything comes down to the broker. Because I'm in Canada, the only real automated API I can really use for trading is interactive brokers. And, you know, the TWS with the Java, I don't think is the smartest. And they're going through a major transition on their libraries as well. And if I use one version versus the other, I'd have to do not a huge rewrite, but it would be a big pain in the ass. So, you know, this TWS Link 2 will really help to shield me from that. Anybody else? 17 minutes. Fastest meetup I've ever done. Tony and Gregory, anything else I can help you out with? If you want, I can do it going once, going 3 times, and then we'll be done for this evening. And my apologies for lack of people out. Hopefully I'll get more engagement. But what can you do, right? Going once, going twice at all? 2.5 times? Oh, maybe later. I'll check out the links first. Okay, you do that, Greg. Going 3 times? Okay. Nothing else, I assume? Okay. As I said, that's the shortest one I've ever done. Last call. Anybody? Okay, I guess we're done. All right, guys, thanks for coming on out. I'll be banging away through the night to get this .NET. I'm just going to reactivate some of my older code and get it done ASAP in .NET using still Redis. And won't be a total waste of what I've done over the last couple of weeks. All right, guys, anything else? Last call? Absolute last call? Anything? No? Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to shut down now. But thanks for coming out. Yeah, thanks, Gregory. Thanks, Tony, for coming out. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon, hopefully. All right, man. Later.